What's up, y'all? Quick vlog video for you. So I may or may not have hopped on the whole Pokemon Go bandwagon. I never was a big Pokemon player when I was younger. I didn't even really have any means of gaming at all, video gaming, until I was like 10. I played a little bit, but for the most part Pokemon was not something I was ever into. But then, the cultural phenomenon that is Pokemon Go happened. And it really is a phenomenon. I'm enjoying seeing how it's bringing people together and how it's making people get outside, maybe move around a little bit more than they would usually, you know? So I was coming home from work, Firehouse Subs. I was coming home from work, I got off at like 10:30ish, and I was driving back, I was just like, it's time to hunt some Pokemon. So I just started driving around, and I know this area really well because I lived here for a long time. So I was just driving around hitting some Pokestops because I had just blown like 50 Pokeballs trying to catch one really hard Pokemon or something because I can't aim. Don't judge me. And I was literally right around the corner from my old house, or right down the street, when I decided to pull into this little good old Southern Baptist church that's kind of up on a hill, right? The driveway's short, but it's like really steep and it just goes right up the hill. So I pull in there, and I've never been in this parking lot before, and there's like houses right next to it, which is a little weird. It looked like it just had one lane driveway getting into it, so I was like, how do they get in and out of there on Sundays? Anyway, it was a Pokestop, like most churches are for some reason. I guess Pokemon's trying to make you go to church. And I just sat there, you know, car's still running, all my lights on, had an epic battle or two, got some Pokeballs, and then I turn around and leave, not really thinking anything about anything, right? No sooner do I back out of my parking space and start heading down the driveway when I notice a pair of headlights behind me. Now my first reaction was like, okay, that's a coincidence, but it's kind of a sketchy coincidence, like I had no idea anyone was near me. But just a couple moments later, I realized that the person behind me was in fact a police officer, okay? So I'm just playing it cool, like, you know, being normal. I pull out, you know, go onto the main road. I stop at the intersection of like the big road, Wade Hampton. I'm turning left, so I put my blinker on. I notice he's turning left too. What a coincidence. So I turn out and, you know, I'm just driving normally, and then sure enough the lights come on. Flashing blue lights. Now, I was never really worried. I mean, I know I hadn't done anything. I wasn't speeding. I'm sure I just looked suspicious. So, you know, obviously I did what you do. I put my blinkers on and pulled over. The officer came to my passenger window and I rolled it down, and he just said, "Hey, I just pulled you over because you left that parking lot kind of quickly and it was just suspicious." And obviously I just told him the truth. I'm like, man, I'm playing Pokemon Go over here, and that was a Pokestop. You know what's up. And he was like, haha, lol, okay, let me just see your license. And I was like, okie dokie, here you go. And, you know, just a couple minutes later he came back and he's like, alright, I'm just giving you a warning just to say that, you know, I had contact with you. And then he informed me to be careful, because apparently all across the country you got thugs waiting at Pokestops at night, and then when unsuspecting children come along trying to get some Pokeballs, they just mug them. So he told me to watch out for those guys. And before I knew it, I was, you know, on my way hunting more Pokemons. But yeah, that's all I got. I got pulled over for playing Pokemon Go, because that makes you look sketchy.